a basic introduction to the piano, to the black keys and the white keys, and to the letter names of the white keys, and showing you how to hold your hand for good finger placement on the keys, and just a very basic introduction to some of the skills that you're going to need in order to explore and create some wonderful music together. Today we're going to explore some very basic content. We will be looking at the keys across our piano and identifying what the letter names are of our white keys, and also talking about our hand and body posture as we're sitting at the piano. So to begin with, if you're using a full-size piano or keyboard, you should have 88 keys across your keyboard in front of you. If you have something smaller, that is okay for what we are doing today. So I'm using a digital keyboard. The keys are weighted, so they are similar to that of a piano in their touch and in their feel and in their sound. First, we're going to begin looking at the keys that are going across our piano and noticing and identifying that we have groups of 3 and groups of 2 black keys going up and down our piano. These are going to help us identify the letter names of the white keys. Now for music, we use what's called a music alphabet. It begins with the letter A and we go to G. So we use A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So it's the first 7 letters of your alphabet. And that pattern is repeated across your piano keys. For a full-size piano, that pattern will repeat 7 times in full. So let's go ahead and begin with identifying some of the letter names here down on our keyboard. So I'm going to go to the middle of mine. You can go higher or lower, whatever you prefer for today. So I'm using the 2 black key group right in the middle, and I'm going to begin to identify the 3 white keys that are just right below it. So if I go to the left of my first black key, this is going to be C. In between the 2 black keys, D, and to the right, E. So we have C, D, E. Now if you're using the group that's in the middle of your piano, we would identify this C as middle C. And you can move higher up to the next group of 2 black keys, and you still have C, D, E. C, D, E. C, D, E. C, D, E. So all the 3 white keys that are just right beneath the 2 black key group are C, D, and E. Next, we'll identify the other 4 white keys that are just right beneath our 3 black key group. So find a 3 black key group, and again, I'm using the one in the middle. If I go to the left of my first one, I'm going to find F. Between my 1 and 2, G. Between my second and third black key, A. And to the right of that black key is going to be B. F, G, A, B. Move up, F, G, A, B. Go to a lower group, F, G, A, and B. So we have now identified the 7 letters that we'll be using on our keys. Again, 2 black key group, C, D, E. 3 black key group, F, G, A, and B. And that will get you started with identifying the letter names of the white keys. You want to talk about your hand. How do you hold your hand? What does your posture look like as you're sitting at the piano? So you're going to create a C curve in your hand. If I place the 2 fingers in the palm of my hand, it's going to create a C, and I'm going to have it very relaxed and just laying on top of my keys here. I don't want it to be straight and tight or stiff. I want it to be very relaxed, creating a little bit of a curve, using the tips of my fingers and more of this side part of your thumb here whenever we're placing them on the keys. Your shoulders just upright and back, very natural feeling. The knees should be right underneath the edge of your piano. If you're sitting in a chair or on a bench, they should just be right underneath. You don't want your arms straight. You just want your elbow bent a little bit, wrist up just a little. It should feel natural. So if it's not feeling natural, then you might want to stop and check and see what you're doing that makes you feel tense in your hands or your arms or in your upper body, and allow yourself to relax as you place your hands on the keys. So for this video, I'm going to show you a finger exercise to get some flexibility and dexterity in your fingers and getting them limber and ready to play across our piano here. So we identified the white key names in our last lesson: C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And today I want to introduce you to the finger numbers. So when we number our fingers, or when I say play finger 1 or 2 or 3, thumbs are 1. Pointer fingers are 2. Your middle fingers are 3. Your ring fingers are 4. And then your pinkies are 5. So I'm going to take my thumb, my 1, and I'm going to place it on C. You can use any C up or down your piano. I'm going to use middle C, and I'm going to use the first 5 letter names and all 5 of my fingers to do an exercise. So I'm going to play C, D, E, F, G, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is called a C5 finger scale. I'm going to do it at different speeds, and I'm going to do it ascending and descending. And that was just with my right hand. I can then take my left hand, and I'm going to use my 5 finger, which is my pinky, on the C key. And then 4 is on D, 3 is on E, 2 is on F, and my 1 is on G. So it's a little bit different than the fingers used in the right hand. I'm going to do the same technique using C, D, E, F, G, up and down, different speeds. And that was using hands separate, right hand then left hand, or vice versa. And then you can take that and you can do both hands together. And you do it slow, you can do it fast, you can make it smooth and connected, and you can make it more bouncy, which is called staccato. Again, this is just an exercise to get your fingers warmed up and ready to start playing. So use this exercise daily to get the flexibility going. And you can start on different keys. You don't have to start on C. You can start anywhere. And then you can keep moving up. Sometimes using them in different positions has a little bit of a different feel. And just keep going, and so forth on that. It's just creating an exercise, again, to get your fingers flexible and to start moving.